Welcome to the Friday Drive Time Show, Jack. Pleasure to link up with you at last. I know you contacted me a few weeks ago. You've got an amazing story that you want to sort of run out to all the nation, really. I think what you're doing is something unique, maybe a little bit insane as well. I don't know, because you're going to do something that a lot of people wouldn't even consider doing, and you're doing it this coming Saturday, tomorrow, which is, I believe, just a training session to start with. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's great to be on the show. Great pleasure. Tomorrow is planning to get up very early with two friends, and we're planning to kayak around the Isle of Wight in a day. We've done it in 2 days before, so this is obviously going to be a lot harder doing it in just 1 day. We've picked tomorrow because it's the best light of the year, the longest daylight, so we've got the most opportunity. So yeah, it should be brilliant. We're gonna set off about 3:30 in the wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning. Set off at 3:30 because that's the way the tide's working best. Going to be setting off from the western part, sort of Hurst Castle, Milford-on-Sea sort of area. Make a short crossing over to the Needles, catch the tide with us before it goes against us, and then come round going east, anti-clockwise, towards St Catherine's Point, and past Sandown Bay, sort of in the middle of the morning, coming past Benbridge Ledge and back west around Seaview Ride, Cowes, Newtown Creek and Yarmouth, following that sort of the Isle of Wight side, with getting most of the tides, and then coming across back to where we finished at Hurst Castle.
And going along with that, Jack, I've actually seen some of your training videos that you've done out in your kayak.
Oh yeah.
Which is what people have not realised, that that's what you're going to do. And to me, that's why I think it's unique. You've been very brave. I think there's very little protection there, so you've got to worry about the tides as well, like you said. You're fortunate that you're going to have, when you do start off, daylight is just about breaking, so you've all the safety precautions you've put in place already.
The light won't be ideal, so we have to work our best with that. I've made very careful tidal plans of what navigational mark will see when, based on the different lights, and I've done a course in that, the RWA day skipper course, so I know that really well. So I've drawn a very accurate plan to get us around the first bit, and then we'll just be following the tides as best we can, planning as carefully as we can. Yeah.
And the tides are very difficult to sort of follow and everything, because there's various tides in the river in Solent, so you've got to be really wary. You've got to be on your guard for that, haven't you, for anything unexpected?
That's absolutely right, yeah. And because it's a spring tide at the moment, which means the strongest sort of tide you can get, it's going to be stronger than it normally is as well. So there's that. We've got to be extra careful. And the tide will move almost as fast as we move, so we need to really work with it rather than against it, or it's going to be a very difficult day, basically.
And this current time at the moment, we're just sort of provisionally coming out of the current lockdown that we've been in for the last 12 weeks. How has that affected your current training for what you're going to be doing tomorrow? We know tomorrow is provisionally a training session for what you want to do later on in the year, but it must be difficult in these current times that we've got.
It is very difficult, actually, and officially obviously not allowed to camp or go anywhere over more than a day, so that's been difficult. I have done some trips, but obviously you have to bring all your provisions with you, because you can't easily get to a shop anyway, let alone at this sort of time. And people can't help you as much. If there's a problem, you are putting the Coast Guard or lifeguard in danger, so you have to communicate more carefully and be more particular, I think, and take slightly less risk to think about those people that might have to help you if it goes wrong. So that's a big change. Less people are available to do things. There's less people willing to give coaching and that sort of thing. So it does add a logistical element to it. Can't drop water bottles in the pub, can't charge your phone, that sort of thing. So you have to be more resilient, and it's more adventurous in a way. Yeah.
And ironically, because of the situation that we're in, lots and lots of people are raising money for like NHS and stuff like that. They're using lockdown to generate funding for various charities. And you're actually doing this one for the Fishermen's Mission. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. And I think, I was sort of thinking of the NHS. I think it's absolutely brilliant, as we all agree, really. But in this, the reason for choosing the Fishermen's Mission was a slightly more personal reason, which is my girlfriend's father retired last year from 50 years of fishing. And obviously the fishing community's had a difficult year, particularly this year, and it has had some difficult years and may have a couple of difficult years going forwards, what with everything else going on. So it seemed very suitable. It's telling that none of his 4 daughters went into fishing after him. So, you know, there's an element of wanting that tradition to keep going and keep supporting it. So yeah, the Fisherman's Mission raises money for fishermen that get caught in storms, that, you know, if it's dangerous in the water, they'll save them, they'll help them go through difficulties, sort of emotional difficulties, let's say bereavements, that sort of thing. They will provide them with financial support if they get injured, provide them with medical support, and they also improve safety, so they'll sell them modern life jackets at cost and advise them how to update their business and, you know, keep going economically as well. So they do a variety of different things, and I think it just seems like a great charity. I would be contacting them.
Çölün ortasından gülleri alın, kurumuş toprakta canım durmasın boşa. Çölün ortasından gülleri alın, kurumuş toprakta canım durmasın boşa. Kötüler alemi almış gidiyor, iyiler kendini canım yormasın boşa. Kötüler alemi almış gidiyor, iyiler kendini canım yormasın boşa. Şina nari nari nay, nari nay nari nay, şina nari nay, nari nari nay, şina nari nari nay, narani narani nay. Şina nari nari nay, nari nay nari nay, şina nari nay, nari nari nay, şina nari nari nay, narani narani nay. Söndürün şulesiz isli feneri, deniz ortasında canım yanmasın boşa. Söndürün şulesiz isli feneri, deniz ortasında canım yanmasın boşa. Kötüler alemi almış gidiyor, iyiler kendini canım yormasın boşa. Çirkinler alemi almış gidiyor, güzeller kendini canım yormasın boşa. Şina nari nari nay, nari 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 nay, şina nari nay, nari nari nay, şina nari nari nay, narani narani nay. Şina nari nari nay, nari 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 nay, şina nari nay, nari nari nay, şina nari nari nay, narani narani nay.
For example, my girlfriend's father would go out on 1 or 2 week trips, you know, yes, with a couple other people obviously on the boat, but, you know, you're quite alone, you're far away from, you know, you're not seeing family for those couple of weeks, you're out at sea, you may not see land if you're having to fish far off. Obviously, there's the risk of storms coming in, and I've been far out to sea, not as far as that, but I've been 12 miles out and seen storms come at you. It is quite a daunting thing. So yeah, and then obviously this year with restaurants being shut, that's really taken the heat out of the higher end sort of fish that they can get, and the prawns and that sort of thing. So it's, yeah, double hit really.
So once you've got through tomorrow,
Yes.
you've then got a bigger challenge coming up later on in the year, which we on the Drive Time show would love to be able to maybe liaise with you if you're in your kayak. That when we're on air, we'd love to tie up with you then.
The big trip is on the 1st of August. Yeah, thank you for asking. Much looking forward to it. It's 700 miles. It's going from Pittenweem, which is in Fife, just across from Edinburgh, where my girlfriend's father used to fish, the fishing port. And I'll be going westbound to Grangemouth through the Forth, and then through the canal network into Glasgow, and then round through some of the islands on the west coast, up to Fort William, through the lochs and canals to Inverness, and then back round on the North Sea, back around past Aberdeen, Dundee, and St Andrews back over 2 weeks. So it's about 50 miles a day that we'll be doing. So it should be quite.
I remember a few years back, somebody rode all up around Scotland and everything, and it's going to be a daunting task, isn't it? Because
yes.
There's a lot of things that you've got to be wary of up there and everything. So it's not going to be a straightforward trip for you. So
no.
You have your wits about you. I'm sure maybe one or two of your friends have told you were already mad to do this sort of venture.
Completely. And I was thinking of going right to the top of Scotland, but my girlfriend's father said that even by fishing boat, motorised fishing boat, that's quite dangerous. So I said this year I'll just go up to the Inverness bit, which I think will be tough enough. I did a practice trip aiming for Cornwall last week and got caught in a storm and got knocked off. So, my phone got wet and kit got wet, so I had to sort of pull it in. So it's going to be harder up there. It's going to be worse weather, stronger and more remote in terms of getting provisions and things. So it will be hard. A lot of forward planning required. The co-op said they might sponsor me and give me some food along the way, which is very nice. There's other kayakers, including from the Fisherman's Mission, who said they might meet me at certain stretches that are difficult and join me for the kayak, which would be really, really nice to have the company. And they said I can top up water with them or something. So that will really help logistics and socially as well. So, but yeah, it should be a tough challenge, and we're looking forward to it.
It should be an excellent adventure, Jack. And
yes.
I'm assuming that you've got maybe a Just Giving page or a GoFundMe page.
I do. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's justgiving.com/fundraising/Jack JACK Gasker GATACRE number 1. And that's my Just Giving page. I've got a website as well with all the training videos that you found, and it's 700milekayakLapofScotland.com. So that's the website, and then I've got all my training details. And
best wishes for tomorrow. Let's hope the weather and the sea is in your favour.
Yes, thank you.
And you've got plenty of daylight hours tomorrow. Like you said, second longest day of the year. So that's sort of been well planned, and maybe lockdowns has just been opened up at the right time for you. Maybe.
I think that's absolutely right, and that's why I've waited till August for the Scotland trip. I'd have rather done it in July for a bit more light, a bit more warmth, but I thought, if things get a little delayed and they're taking it a bit slower up there, then that is should be open by then in terms of being able to go camping and on the seaside and carry on with these trips and buy food. So yeah.
Well, it's been great talking to you. Us on the Drive Time Show will be supporting you wholeheartedly. I'll let all my listeners know on Monday how you got on over the weekend. And then back in August, when you're up and running doing the Scotland trip, we'd love to tie up with you on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the Drive Time Show, while you're hopefully resting up and done your 50 miles by the time I'm on air in the afternoon.
That would be absolutely lovely. I'd really enjoy that. Thank you. Yeah.
What we will do for you as well, Jack, is we'll post out all those details on our social media sites to make people aware of where they could put the fund into. We'll explain a little bit about in depth more what you're doing and everything, and maybe the links, people will go to the links and see what kayaking you've done in the past and see exactly what you're hoping to achieve tomorrow and in August. So all I've got to say to you is have a safe journey, and we'll be speaking to you very, very soon. Thanks.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
There you go. That's Jack Goodyear, and he's going to be sailing around the Isle of Wight tomorrow morning, leaving, as he said, the Paris Castle around about 3:30 in the morning, and it's going to be an epic journey for them, and let's just hope and pray that the weather stays safe for them. And then back in August, we will tell you all about his journey up to Scotland, and we'll tell you all about how you can register and contribute to the Fisherman's Mission. Thanks very much.